Hi, I'm Apurva Perendaman. I was born in Hyderabad, India. I moved at the age of 3 to US. As a young girl, I never was able to understand my own feelings. I would often find myself frustrated because I didn't know what I wanted and what I thought I wanted. The only thing I knew, even at the age of 3, was that I wanted to dance. Having come from a traditional South Indian family, my mom put me in Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam is one of India's oldest dance forms. I started this at the age of 8 with my first guru, Meena Logan. Although I really liked the teacher and the dance, I was missing something. I was missing a huge part of me. I couldn't really place my finger upon this, but then I realized I wasn't learning much, and I wasn't very happy in this school either. I felt like people were always talking about me and judging me. And I knew that if I wanted to become a professional dancer someday, I had to quit Pushpanjali Dance School. After months of searching for a different dance school that suited me, my personality-wise, my mom stumbled upon Shri Kripa Dance Company. Joining at the age of 11, I was placed in a class full of kids the ages of 6 and 7. As you can see, I was quite old for the people in my class. All of the other kids my age were in higher levels, much higher levels. And I was very hesitant to join because of this. Here is an example of a professional dance show. At this point in time, we moved from Santa Clara to Cupertino, going from one of the easiest schools, Peterson Middle, to one of the toughest, Kennedy Middle. This was the first time I had to work really hard to get moderately good grades. This was also the first time I was experiencing failures in life, school, and in dance. I had no social life because I was new, I was very insecure, I didn't have the confidence to go talk to people at school. In dance, I was one of the worst dancers. I didn't know anyone and I didn't have enough of motivation to practice outside school. I hated school. I was failing a lot of my classes and I didn't know what was going on with my life. But with dance, I understood that I needed to have more self-confidence. A couple of months after joining Kennedy, we had a performance in dance. During the final rehearsal, our teacher was assigning us places, depending upon the confidence level we portrayed while dancing. Although I was the only girl who knew everything in the dance, I was placed at the back of the class, which was a class of 30. This incident really hurt me, and I understood that if I wanted to become a better dancer, I had to change my attitude. I had to become more confident in myself, in everything. So I made a new schedule to fit all my activities. I started to practice and study daily. After a couple of months of vigorous practice, I saw improvement in myself. This experience made me more confident in every aspect of life, whether it's dance, school, social life, or life in general. I started to make more friends at school. I wasn't eating lunch alone anymore. I also participated in class lectures and discussions more. Although I still had bad grades at school, I figured I needed more patience. Dance taught me that with self-confidence you can achieve anything. Dance also taught me that I had a lot of responsibilities and that I had to own up to them. Coming from a single household family, I had to step up and do most of the chores, which I was okay with. I understood that responsibility isn't about just doing the work that was assigned, but it's also answering yourself honestly and the fact that you can't make yourself unhappy and that you can't lie to yourself. I started to think differently with this attitude. I started to help my mom a lot more at home. I moved to Cupertino as a young girl who didn't care about the world and was always in her own world, to becoming more cautious and caring and more responsible of a young lady. Self-confidence and responsibility are two values that dance has taught me and helped me understand and improve upon throughout middle school and high school. There are times when my conscience tells me that I will fail and I won't make my goal. Sometimes I do see myself falling into this trap, Fortunately, I've always missed the trap because dance has helped me understand that I needed patience. For example, the first time I learned something, I can't and I won't dance it like a professional. It takes me a lot of practice and patience to make a dance presentable. With this in my mind, I can face any problem in life, regardless of it being in the past, present, or the future. I often find myself worrying about my future. What will I do? Where will I go? Who will I work with? Where am I going to be? Who am I going to be with? Am I going to be successful? Will I go to a good college? Will I have good grades? Will I have a nice job? Although I worry about all of these things, and I know that I won't have a good success rate and I won't have the great income, I know something that I've known for the last 9 years, that I'm going to become a dance teacher. I might not have the best income and I might not be super successful, but I do know I'll be happy, and that's all that matters. Thank you for listening, and this is my personal myth.